Hey everyone, thank you for tuning into Okay. Oh man. Me, cut that out please. Thanks, me. You're welcome, me. Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to Team Forbidden's YouTube page again. It is Andrew the Collector here with a brand new deck profile for Charmers. I'm not sure if we are the first American YugiTube to do this, but here it is for you because we were able to get the structure deck from Europe. Thanks to Eric the Cyborg, he was able to get the 3 structure decks for me and 3 for himself by accident, but that's another story. But anyway, so I really like this deck. I play tested it the last few days, did some test hands, played some of the guys with it, and it's really, really fun. I'm not sure how it does on a competitive level because I haven't gone against some of the other meta decks with that, but I feel this is a good casual build. You can, make it any way that you want, but I think this is probably one of the best builds that I can do, at least for me. If you have any other ideas or any add-ons, feel free to comment down below and give me any suggestions. But let's just get right into it. So first off, we have 2 of the fire familiar, 2 of the water familiar, 2 of the earth, and 1 wind. I only have the 1 wind because of space issues, as I feel like you only need two of each. Rocking the alternate artwork for these because apparently over in Europe they have different alternate artworks for the main Charmers in different structure decks. So hey, America, get that idea. You can sell more. So yeah, they're mainly here for beat sticks because their effects are irrelevant, because if they're special summoned through the effects of the level 3 flip monsters, then they just gain piercing, which they should have had in the beginning, but I digress. So yeah. Now off, let's get into their familiars. We have the Necro Eaters, 2 Gigabytes, and 1 Indie Fire, or Inari Fire. Sorry if I butchered that name. These ones are the best, especially the Earth one, because she has really good recursion with strategies that I can get into later. But yeah, basically, if you have any of the Charmers or any spellcasters on your side of the field, they're free special summons, but you can only control 1 of each, so that's really good for what is it called? Link summoning. Then off to one of the newer enhanced awakened familiars, just the Earth one, because when it's special summoned by its effect, which if you have a spellcaster and a level 4 on your side of the field, which is namely this guy plus any spellcaster, you send him to the graveyard and special summon from the hand or deck, which is broken as shit, by the way. And when he gets special summoned, you can search out any spiritual art card or possessed spell or trap card. And when he's sent from the field, you can when he's special summoned, you can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your graveyard, and when he's sent to the graveyard, that's when you can do the search. And 3 of the best starters in this deck, Fairy Tale Luna, which should be a part of the archetype with how well it works, because when you normal summon her, you can search out a spellcaster with 1850 attack, which are any of your main familiars, or just search out another copy of herself. And while she's face up on the field, you can use her effect to target herself and another card your opponent controls and bounce them both back. Your opponent can send a monster from the deck or extra deck to negate this effect, but either way they're going to be losing something, but it depends on the deck whether they lose something or if they plus. That's it for the monsters. Onto the spells. 3 of the Grand Spiritual Art. It's a field spell. Its first effect is that you can negate your opponent's first activated monster effect for that turn. So if you activate this and you activate any of your other extenders, like your next one here, if they try and Ash will be negated. And then the second effect is that if you have that first effect, you have to control one of your main spiritual art monsters or familiar possessed monsters with 1500 defense to activate that negate effect. But its second effect is that if you can reveal any monster in your hand, shuffle back into the deck and add a monster with a 1500 attack and 200 defense from your deck with the same attributes. So basically, you can reveal any of these monsters and add their familiars from the deck. And the second card, Spiritual Arts, is one of your best starters. You activate. It's a quick effect. Or a quick play. You discard a card and then you take any familiar possessed or possessed spell or trap card. You take 2 of them, add 1 to your hand, and then set the other. It's a really good extender. Always want to see it in your hand. Then 2, Awakening of the Possessed. First effect is that all monsters you gain 300 attack for every different attribute on your field, and they stack. It's not only just for 1. If you have 2 out, the attack gaining will stack. It protects your monsters from being destroyed by card effects. And once per turn, if a spellcaster monster you control is normal or special summoned, you can draw a card. So yeah, really good. And 3, Pot of Extravagance, because it's the best draw card in the game, and your extra deck is a little bit not needed. So yeah. Now off to the trap cards. 2, Possessed Partnerships. It's a trap card where you can activate it and special summon a familiar possessed monster from your hand or graveyard. And after that, if you have 2 monsters on your side of the field with different attributes, you can destroy 1 card your opponent controls, which is non-targeting. And aside from the time that it's sent to the grave, you activate it, you can banish this card from your graveyard to take a familiar possessed continuous spell or trap and then place it face up on your side of the field for good recursion. 2, Unpossessed. It's battle protection. Your charmer monsters or familiar possessed monsters cannot be destroyed by battle, and when they attack, they gain 800 attack. And if any of them are destroyed by battle or by card effects, or from any monster you control that is destroyed by battle or by card effects, you can special summon a monster with, I believe, a different attribute. Yeah, you can special summon 1 spellcaster monster with 1500 defense from your deck whose attribute is different from the one that was destroyed. So yeah, I'm actually thinking of bumping this up to 3, but since it can be recurred back with your trap card, I don't think it's necessary, and it can be searched out. Now 2, Dogmatic Punishment. This is of my own choice because I also run the Skullbone and the Inst in my graveyard. Because when you activate this, you can send any monster in your graveyard, target a monster your opponent controls with equal or less attack than it, and destroy it. So let's say that you send Inst, that's 2 pops in 1 turn. Or if you send Bone, your Fossil, you send it, pop your opponent's monster, and then during your turn you can banish this from your graveyard to destroy any card your opponent controls. So it's really good removal. 3, Solemn Judgment. I'm actually thinking of making the Solemn Strike because you really want to have a handle on your life points, but let me know in the comments what you think. 3, Crackdown, because their link monsters are generic. You steal any monster during their turn, interrupt their plays. On your turn, use them for their link summons. And then 1, Skill Drain, because our monster effects other than Luna don't really matter, and even then it's still good. Now onto the extra deck. We have 2 of each of the Charmer link monsters, which are also counted as the familiar possessed. They all carry the same effect with their attribute. You can target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard with the same attribute as them for like earth, water, wind, and fire, and a special summon to your side of the field. If they're destroyed by battle or by card effects, you can search out any of your familiars from your deck to your hand. And then, like I said before, the Dogmatic Punishment targets Inst and Bone just to maintain control on your opponent's board. And then 1 of the 5-headed Dragon Link. I'm actually probably going to take this out because it really never comes up. I mean, it's a good Dogmatic Punishment to get rid of basically any monster that can be destroyed or that isn't unaffected because it has such high attack. But it's still unaffected, but if you want to use it to its full potential, you need a dark monster, which I don't because I don't have the dark charmer, and I don't think I ever will. So, I mean, do with this as you will, but I'm thinking about taking it out. I mean, it was good in theory, but I've just never pulled it off yet. Then off to the side, it's a spellcaster deck, so Secret Village of the Spellcaster. 3 spiritual art water. It's the best one because when you activate it, you tribute a water monster. You look at your opponent's hand and you send a card from it to the graveyard. I mean, it's obviously the best one. 2 Twin Twister because we hate back row. Pankratops, Scapegoat because again the links are fairly generic. I mean, two monsters with one of them at least being Earth. You can use 2 tokens to get out the Earth link. Boom, there you go. And then just go off from there. Then 1 extra Awakened, 1 Dogmatic Punishment, then just 1 extras of these in case I need to add in any more for certain decks, and then 2 Summon Limits. And that is it for the deck. Let me know what you guys think about the deck. If you want me to do a pure Charmer deck with all the familiars, all the Awakening Possessed, all the Familiar Possessed, where I don't necessarily go stun variant, but just go like pure beatdown, let me know in the comments and I'll get that to you. Let's get this video to 25 likes and I'll make it happen. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and we'll see you guys next time.